How you guys doing today? I'm Webtoon King, and today I'll be doing my chapter review on Hardcore Leveling Warrior, Chapter 6. Now, we're just going to skip to my score of this chapter because this was an amazing chapter, and I'm giving this chapter a 10 out of 10. Now, before you guys are like, oh no, he always give it a 10 out of 10, just wait until you hear my chapter review. Obviously, I'm not going to go over everything that happened in this chapter. I'm trying to figure out how to cut certain information out when I'm doing my review, so I'm not just repeating the whole chapter to you guys like I've been doing. So I'm going to go to the most important thing that I feel like is the most important. We get to see jobless. Ethan is a jobless. His class is a jobless, basically. So we finally get to see why he thought is the OP ability in chapter 2. So basically what happened, I'm just going to put you guys in the situation on why Ethan was able to activate his passive skill, and basically that's it. I will go back at the end of my review and explain what happened and blah blah blah, but just imagine this: Ethan was dying. He had a reason why he was dying. It's not because he's weak, but it's not important right now. Armin went after Ethan to save him, and then the octopus was able to kill her, basically. I will explain all this at the end, trust me. While doing that, Ethan came back to life. He came back to life by by turning into a priest, basically. Now, I know you guys are thinking, how is he able to become a priest? So basically what he did, every time he level up, hear this, every time he level up, he's able to pick a class out of 4 options. I don't know if it's just 4, but for this chapter, all we saw was 4 options. So maybe every time you level up more, he's able to pick more options. We don't know that, so I'm not going to speculate. So for now, he's only able to pick 4 options. One of the options that I saw, I was like, God damn, he can pick that. It's a Dragon Knight. Now, I don't know if I'm correct 100%, but I'm just going to say it because I think I know Hardcore Leveling Warrior, the OG series, like I think I know. I think Dragon Knight was the class that Heat Heater was, or Heart Heater was, in the OG series. Heart Heater is who I believe the character in the silhouette was last chapter. But he didn't pick that class. Obviously, he needed a priest because they were dying. And he was able to bring back Armin. Which, man, I never thought Ethan would look so good in the priest clothes, but I don't know. The design, like, this is a throwaway designs because every time he's level up, he's probably not going to turn into a priest again. He's probably going to use another ability. Imagine all the different options this offer is going to draw to us. So this is a throwaway design, so this is fucking amazing. But anyways, due to that, the dungeon boss got mad and basically activated her summoning spell. It's called Navy of the Deep Sea, which Ethan informed us this was the last phase of the boss fight. So basically this is all in it. This fight is probably going to end next chapter, hopefully. And Ethan basically let Armin know she has to kill the monster by herself. Like, the reason Ethan was getting beat up, he can't help. Like he could help being the sisters and stuff, but the dungeon boss itself, Ethan can't help Armin at all. She has to be the one to kill the dungeon boss. So that's why Ethan hasn't been helping. He's not just being an asshole. But Ethan did use his new priest class ability, and he basically buffed the hell out of her. He buffed her so much, he ended up overdosing her with buffs. And then we end the chapter with the dungeon boss sending like 1,000,000 monsters after Armin and them. And the last line of the chapter is Ethan saying to Armin, "Do you think you could slaughter them?" And Armin respond, "You bet." And that's how the chapter ends. That's how the chapter ends. And I'm going to glaze one more time. Ethan priest uniform or wherever is so, like, to me, healers are like one. I understand they're important, but healers are the most boring characters in any anime to me. So just the fact that the webtoon creator was able to give me a design where I was like, my God, that looked amazing, and I'm not shitting on the design, that's cool. Now let's go back to the beginning and kind of explain why they're in the situation where Ethan had to unlock his passive skill called part-time. And we're basically going to talk about everything that the dungeon boss she's able to do. Basically, this is going to be a quick note of the beginning of the chapter. So basically, the first ability we saw from the octopus is that she's able to put a bomb on somebody, with or without timer. So when she put her on Armin, she put her octopus on Armin, and she basically lied to her that it is a timer. So when Armin saw that the dungeon boss was about to kill Ethan, she ran towards the dungeon boss, trying to kill her. But the dungeon boss activated a bomb of the octopus, and that's how she died. And that's an amazing ability, to be honest. Also, the fact that Ethan almost died because he didn't want to give 1 damage to the dungeon boss. Like I said from the beginning of the review, I said Ethan cannot help. He cannot damage that boss 1 HP. So he was willing to die so Armin can get her reward. Because if he helps, she don't get the reward. They don't give it. Even 1 damage to the dungeon boss, she don't get the reward. That's why he was willing to die. She got her arm stuck inside of his stomach, and he can't hit her because they need the reward. And this is a perfect way to take out the main character that's OP in certain dungeons. So hopefully in the future, where he's obviously OP, so maybe future dungeons, some of them he can't help because it's like a requirement they have to meet. So that's an amazing way to write the main character out, like JJK did with Gojo by trapping him in the seal. I love those type of writing, that the character can be still OP, but they have a perfect way to like just write them out of the story. They don't just say, oh, he was taking his shit or something. It was something stupid like that. So I like that. One cool thing about I also forgot to mention, one cool thing about the dungeon boss is that she has something that can go inside the brain of somebody, like a parasite basically, that can mind control people. So that's what she was using. Apparently that's what she used on the sisters last chapter, because she mentioned how they were not willing to listen to her basically, and they had a different attitude. But when she used this parasite, they changed the tune too. So that's an interesting ability that someone can have, and that's what the dungeon boss used on Ethan. And Ethan was able to get away with that and turn into a priest, because he was inside one of those eggs. She put him in the egg, and if he didn't get out in time, he would have been, I think, controlled or something, or died or something. I forgot which one. But either way, that's how they got into the situation where Ethan was in the egg, and he turned into a priest and got out and saved Armin, basically. So that's the end of my review. Comment down below your favorite part of this chapter. This is an amazing chapter. I'm going to stop, like I'm saying, I'm just doing the main ideas of the chapters now. I'm not trying to do every single part. So comment down below and subscribe, like, everything. Also, I didn't mention the art style. It's amazing, obviously. Toon Family, we out.